Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome on stage our next speaker for tonight, Delamo Badejo.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, love, wow. Hi. I didn't know I was going to be speaking. I thought it was going to be more of like a panel conversation. But I already got a hang of it when the first two speakers were, speaking. So they kind of like gave me an idea of what to talk about, basically. Yes, I'm from Nigeria, and good to see my African brother from Egypt as well. I've also been to Egypt, I think 3 years ago. I was at a business conference, so it was really, really interesting. So, yeah, I did not start off in fashion or any of this really fancy, things like style or image consulting or any of the things that's mentioned in my bio. Um, it's interesting, I'm going to say this for the first time, because I was the, very sporty, tomboyish kind of person. So you find me playing soccer, volleyball, table tennis, doing all kinds of crazy stuff from primary to secondary, even to university, because sports was my own way of escaping, really, because if you live in Nigeria, if you've been to Nigeria, there's so much going on in that country. You need something to escape. So my form of escape was always sports. But as I grew older and I started living beyond myself, which is live for other people and help people help people achieve their own dreams, become who they are. And I was looking for myself in that process as well. So I started off first, you know how your parents say you want to do something and your parents say, no, it's not lucrative, go this way. So I always wanted to be an interior designer or architect. And my father was against it from the moment I said go. So he said, oh, I think it's better you do computer science. And I'm like, I didn't even know what that was. And this was like maybe over 20 years ago, because I'm close to my 40s. And I said, okay, computer science, okay, let's see what that is all about. And in my family, failure is not an option. Even if you don't like the course, you have to come out tops. If not you, you know what happens with African parents. You'll be whooped. So I said, okay. So I went into university studying computer science. I never liked it. I hated coding, I hated everything about computer science, but then I have to study so hard, so I have to make the grades. So I was always struggling, back in school, I have to roll my mattress so that I don't fall asleep in between exams preparation. So I sleep on the spring, so I just could make the grades. And then I finished, and I had very good grades. And I came out. My father said, oh, wonderful, I'm so proud of you and everything. And then I was even sent off to London for holiday, just to go shopping, just because I did so well. But I wasn't happy. I'm like, that's not me. And then we have a very lucrative family company back in Nigeria, is into construction. My father was kind of like driving me towards that, angle. But again, that wasn't me. And he said, you know what exactly do you want to do? And at this point, I'm like, I don't even know, but I know I like making people look good. I like when people come to me, they say, oh, Dalam, I have an interview tomorrow, what do I wear? And I'm the first person they'll ask, and I'll say, okay, wear this, wear that, do this, do that. But I didn't even know what it was, basically. And my father was like, okay, why don't you go work in the bank? I said, no, I don't want to sit and start coding and start listening to conversation and doing, that's not me. Again, I was looking for myself, who am I? And then I said, I'm not going for my master's until I find out what exactly I wanted to do. Again, my brilliant father came and said to me, you can be a project manager, you can actually, it's very generic, you can do so many things. And like that dutiful daughter, I said, okay, you know what, I'll do my project management. And I went and did my master's about over 10 years ago in project management. Again, you have to succeed, I enjoyed it because it's very generic, and I enjoy what project management stands for. But while I was in school, I was doing so many things in terms of helping other people find out who they were, in terms of appearance, behavior, communication. I'm the go-to person. You want to send a message, you want to arrive in a place and comment the entire room, come with energy presence. I'm the go-to person. But there was no title for that. So I left UK and came back to Nigeria, and then still very confused. And Nigeria was so underdeveloped in terms of even advancement. And I wasn't fitting in. I was succeeding in terms of okay, yes, applying myself to the family construction business, but I wasn't really happy. And then I stumbled on something called image consulting by accident. And I Googled it. I read about it. I found about it. I found the best school in London that provides the certification. Very expensive, but it didn't matter to me. And I made inquiry, and I flew down there. So I went there, did the qualification, and it was my best experience. They were speaking my language. We're talking about parents, talking about behavior, talking about communication, so many things I really, really enjoy. It was like connecting the dots for me. And then I got the qualification, and I said, how can I take this information, take it back home, and help people back home? I came back to Nigeria as an image consultant. People say, oh, what are you? What is image consultant? Are you a photographer? Are you a personal brand specialist? So people were not clear about what image consulting was, and then that was a big problem, a Nigerian problem. And then I said, you know what? Nigeria is still like 10 years back based on how advanced I'm going. I need to find a place that understands and celebrates me and a country that actually tolerates me. So usually I would always travel every 6 months, go to Egypt, go to Senegal, go to Ghana, name the countries, just so that I can apply myself and understand better who I am. And then I started working with charitable organizations, just helping them become better. So I'm working with children, I'm working with teenagers who have lost this sense of self-worth and teaching them different things about appearance, about rehabilitating them back in society. So I started doing that. And before I knew it, my work was actually, taking me places. So I found myself in different organizations, different international communication platforms, and oh, there's a girl in Nigeria doing so X, Y, and Z for charitable. And I was doing it, no pay. I was happy, I was excited because it's something I enjoyed doing. So I didn't even care if I wasn't getting paid. And I wasn't even after the recognition part of things, but just that I'm doing something for people, for children, and people are actually happy seeing themselves differently, raped children, abandoned teenage mothers, and just helping them to have a better sense of dreaming was all the fulfillment I need. And then coming back home again to Nigeria, I found this was working for me, which is taking the information, the knowledge, the experience I have internationally, taking it back home, and then helping the country to develop different, a pocket of segment at a time. It was really, really working. Then I created my own company in 2014, which is Blonde Dolly Image Consulting, because my life has been a paradox. Only in 2021, we rebranded into BDIC Global, basically, where we're now working with emerging African brands who are trying to position in the luxury market and highly competitive market. So in the last 3 years, I found myself in the area of luxury and fashion, basically. So I've taken courses, product design in London to Hong Kong, and now in Dubai. I'm currently in Dubai also doing research and taking a short course at the FAD Luxury Institute. And some of my friends are here from the class as well. And we've all flown from different parts of the world, just understanding what fashion is and how we're able to take the information and apply it to ourselves. And my big dream and my big goal is also to have my own luxury line, where proceeds from this is also taken to doing different things in terms of charitable developments back home in Africa. So we've launched last year, we haven't released. But part of my being here, I flew here in January to Dubai. Part of my being here is understanding the segment, understanding the market, seeing how we can integrate as Africans and also the different multicultural aspects of Dubai, how we can take this information and take it and apply it to underdeveloped nations around the world. And so my journey into fashion started from a science background, but it's also more about finding who I am, whose I am, and how I'm taking that information and basically applying it, not just for myself, but to helping other people who would desire these opportunities that I'm privileged to experience, and taking it to helping them so that they can also see the light. Thank you very much.